always been bothered by something. Love isn't all it could be. Friendship is beautiful in love, but sometimes something romantic slips away quietly. So I wondered what keeps love alive, and to understand, I read Le Cid, a French classic, a play I thought I understood, but it affected me more than I expected. I think almost everyone struggles with love at some point. We search for answers through relationships, friends, advice, therapy, dating. But I sometimes wonder if we don't ask enough deeper questions. I wanted to try something different, to explore love through a French classic. Big emotions, love, honor, famous lines. I had never read it, so honestly, I had a very simplistic view of it. It turned out to be so much more complex, but also more human than I had expected. Also, I didn't know that Le Cid means the Lord. It is a title given to Rodrigue, and as the story unfolds, he grows into somebody greater and bigger than himself. And maybe that stayed with me too, this idea that love sometimes asks us to become more than we currently are. Maybe part of why I wanted to read this is because love has always felt important to me. Also confusing, complicated, worth understanding better. In this love story, caught between love and honor, a bit like Romeo and Juliet, but more internal, more psychological. Two people love each other but are pulled apart by family, honor, and impossible expectations. What surprised me most was how everything feels intense. The language, and the structure, and its music. People feel things deeply. Even when I don't fully agree with the world they live in, I found myself strangely moved by how seriously love was taken. Even if honor and pride in the old-fashioned sense are out of place, there is an inner dignity, seriousness, a willingness to love well. And it made me wonder, do we still allow ourselves to love this deeply? Do we still know how? At the same time, part of me struggled with that book. That world feels rigid, violent, everything revolves around honor, family, duty. And honestly, I don't want love to be ruled by honor. But there is something I strangely admired. Restraint, seriousness, a sense that love matters, a sense that emotions matter. I think maybe that's part of why this story affected me. Because I've also wondered, what kind of love is worth building? What kind of love actually lasts? I don't think this story gave me answers, but it helped me ask better questions about love, about depth, about what happens when life pulls us in different directions. I feel things quite deeply sometimes. Maybe that's why stories like this move me, why I don't really want love to feel superficial. Maybe love deserves more reflection than we usually give it, more beauty, more intention, more care. I think that what moved me most is that it is a different world, different rules, and yet something felt oddly and strangely familiar. The longing, the impossible choices, the feeling that love matters deeply, realizing that people hundreds of years ago were struggling with questions that were profoundly human. Questions about love, family, ourselves, many of us still ask today. And honestly, I think there's something beautiful about people who find words for emotions we struggle to explain. The rhythm, the musicality, the structure, the intensity. Maybe stories survive because something deeply human never really changes. I'm glad we don't live in a world of tools anymore. But maybe there's still something beautiful in taking love seriously, in giving it structure, patience, reflection, a certain dignity. Maybe great stories don't teach us how to love. Maybe they simply help us love more deeply. I don't think I understand love completely, but I think I understand the question more deeply now. If you want to explore questions like this with me, start here.